Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. and yeah, I'm Katrina. This is Sow and Tare. You are in the right place. We do a live chat every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And you're here, and I'm here, and that's good. Um, let's see as people come on here. We have Verna Vase Place. Hello, Verna. Hope you're doing well. We missed you at the at the donut making yesterday. Um, but I hope you're doing well. And I saw your video today. It looks like Lucy's doing well too. So that's good. Um, and yeah, so hope everything's okay. And Steve is here. And both of them are moderators. Hello. I hope you're doing well as well. And let's see. Raining like cats and dogs at Verna's. Oh, you forgot about it. So next we decided this is for the the membership, Katrina's Kits. And it's we do it every month, and I believe Verna, you had requested for your birthday month this next month, um, English muffins. And so if that's true, if that's still true, let me know, because we're looking at, and let me know if either of these dates work. Let's see. So far, the only date that didn't work is Mother's Day, which is the 10th. But we're looking at either the 17th or 24th, potentially the 31st. 24th would be a 3-day weekend. 17th sounds good to me. But 17th or 24th would be a Sunday. Those would be Sundays. We could do 31st, I think, too. But let me know. 17th is great. Okay. I'm gonna we can do the 17th then. When we get into this, we'll see who else shows up and see if people are good with 17th. And let me put it on my calendar here. So we're thinking English muffins and do like breakfast sandwiches, like fresh breakfast sandwiches, because that would be cool. Anyway, cool. Awesome. Jacob's here. Welcome, Jacob. Jacob is also a member. Didn't make donuts with us yesterday. Donuts turned out good. The one recipe turned out funky, tasted good, turned out funky, and then the other recipe delicious, and looks like a donut too. The first ones did not. Yeah, egg and cheese on English muffins. Exactly. I mean, it's a meal. It's a meal in itself. We could do something else too, but I just figure, doing the whole thing might be a good thing. Yeah. So that's a good plan. If you guys are wondering, yes, I'm in a different room. Yes, I still haven't painted this. And yes, that is a giant ladder behind me. I put some of the frames for the hives, frames for the from the bee crash that happened last month. I had some in the freezer, took it out of the freezer. A lot of it's up on my roof right now. Part of it needs to go in the freezer because there was a lot. And the ladies are coming. All the bees are coming. I did put up a wasp trap just in case. So far, that's caught one wasp. And yeah, so the bees are robbing it out. I warned my neighbor that he might want to put on supers to get, because they're going to bring home some food very quickly. Yeah, and so that is it's a good thing. So they're working on that. They found it yesterday when I put it up, or Saturday. Saturday I put it up later in the day, and there are some ladies there, but yesterday they really started going, and today they are really going too. So no, Steve. let me say that again. I did not put the beehives on my roof. My bees are across the street by my solar in a electric fence closed area. What needed to happen is the materials So the frames from the bee crash without any bees, they need to be robbed out. So the everything that's in the wax needs to come out. And instead of trying to do that myself, I'm employing nature to do that for me with the bees. So they've been frozen, so they don't have any diseases. I don't, they probably didn't anyway, but who knows? And then once they're frozen, they're thawed, and I did put them up on the roof. And there will be a video on that, probably in a couple weeks. But they come and they rob it out, and so my beehive over there will benefit because some of the ladies coming over here, I'm sure, are from there. And I'm sure my next door neighbor has some over here. And then I don't, who knows whoever else is coming in. Bees forage between 3 and 5 miles is their kind of their maximum distance. And so any bees within that area could be using that. Now, I also have, you might see behind me, no, that way. There's frames on that table, and I have, right behind me. And so there's some frames on that table that had some honey there. Now you might ask, well, why not just spin the honey out and eat it? Number one, it's from the almonds, and almond honey is not the best tasting. It's sweet, but it's not as good. And these things were thrown all over the ground. So there's dirt in them. There's little tiny rocks. There's, pine needles. There's all sorts of stuff in them. So that's not really a great option. The best option is to have them eat out everything, and then you shake off the rest and then store the frames that has the wax on there. So yeah, that's the plan. All right. Verna says egg and cheese on English muffins. You can use the canning lid as the ring for the egg. That is a great idea. That's a great idea. Recycled honey will make it good. I'm hoping they mix it with something. It might just be that, I don't harvest the honey this year and they use it to feed their brood. Or maybe it's early enough that they'll feed it to their brood, and then by the time we harvest honey, it'll be good honey then. But in any case, they are not starving right now, so that is good. They're bringing in pollen. A lot of the flight path was in that direction, which is opposite of the house. But I think those were the pollen ones. I'm hoping my bees find this up here. That'd be silly if they didn't. But they are bringing in pollen from somewhere. I know the lilacs are blooming right now. There's a bunch of little tiny things that are blooming. Like a lot of the mustard plants that are like the flowers like this big and they're like this tall. There's things blooming out there. I did find on my property, and if you watched the Week in Review, you also saw it, that I have at least one serviceberry tree, and that's in the food forest area. So when those get cut, when the other trees get cut, I'm going to have to make sure I keep that one because it's pretty big. It looks like it was cut when they logged that area before, and it sprouted up, but it's pretty tall. And serviceberry in my story until now, I guess, serviceberry has always been a bush. There's different varieties, different species and different varieties. And so, yeah, this is definitely a tree. So it'll be good to have that. It's full of flowers right now. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to trying the fruit. Because I think I've had the fruit before off the bush kind, but I don't remember what it tastes like. It's supposed to taste good. Yeah. So that's what the girls have been doing. They are over here behind me. This is always so weird because the picture is opposite. I point this way, and on the picture, I point that way. Anyway, so yeah, there's lots of stuff out there blooming. There's lots of little flowers out there blooming. Actually, there's There's a lot of the, I think it's Shasta daisy. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a little tiny daisy um, that's blooming right now. There's lots of little tiny plants in the understory in the forest that are blooming. There's a purple one right now that I don't know what it is, and then there's a white kind of puffball one that I don't know the name. Yeah, so Verna says violets, wood sorrel, serviceberry, apples, pears, many things are blooming. Oh, so you guys have serviceberry over there too. That's good. Apples are on the tail end of blooming. There's not many apples here. Um, a lot of things are in the rose family. Yeah, so serviceberry is in the rose family. Steve is saying dead nettle is blooming, and so are the cloves. You have cloves? No, you don't. Cloves? Clove trees are in a colder climate than where you are. Is there something that is called a clove? Oh, clover. I was like getting excited that you had cloves. Yeah, so clover is also blooming here, and dead nettle has been blooming for a while here. So yeah, yeah, that was funny. I thought you like seriously had a clove tree near you. I was like, what? What? Yeah. Um. Anyway, so they're good, and I was going to set this up before, but maybe let me just download this video I took from my phone of the bees like on that thing. Don't give you ideas. Yeah, clove is a tree, and so clove, the spice, it is the bud of a flower of a tree, and it grows in warm climates. So yeah, I don't remember how big the tree is. I think it's understory. I looked into it when I lived in California, and it was outside of that zone too. So yeah. All right. I'm going to quickly this will be a preview for next week's week in review. I'm going to download these two videos. Download. Um, yeah, so I went out and looked at the beehive today, and I love these bees. They're so calm, and I can go right up to the hive without any complaint at all. It's so awesome. Yeah, so I'm enjoying that. I wish I had more time to enjoy that outside. All right, we're downloading. Um, there's going to be some more bee content coming out. And let me see. Extract. Sorry, I should have done this before I did this. Okay, I'm going to extract this, and I'll show you guys what the bees were doing today after work. I went out. Okay. Let me open that. And pause. Pause. Okay. Let's see. Cloves takes 6 to 20 years to produce flower buds. That's a long time. Yeah, but what if you made a bonsai tree? That's Verna's thinking. She's thinking. All right, I'm gonna show you guys what they were doing today, the bees. I just recorded this not too long ago. Share screen, window. Here we go. So they're pretty busy bees. Um, they're super busy going in and out, and it's pretty cool. The other video that I wanted to share with you guys is this that I just took. Let's see. Share screen, window, this one. So this is one of the examples of frame. This right here, can you guys see my mouse? I don't know if you can see my mouse. The bottom corner of this frame is honey. There is some mold, which they can take care of just fine. And then there's some brood in the middle that is capped and some empty cells. So here we go. I have more on the roof too. That's dead nettle, the plant in the front. All right, so that's pretty cool, right? I mean, to see them, I was literally, like this close to them right there. Um, so yeah. Hey, my dad's here. Hello. Do you have any idea how far they go to pollinate? 3 to 5 miles. So they go 3 to 5 miles to pollinate, and I mean that's like the standard. So they probably don't go 5 miles unless there's something very cool, or if there's like something for like if if there's slim pickings near to them. Yeah. Um, but yeah, they carry that they pack a lot of pollen in those pollen pockets, and they can fly pretty far with that. I know. Excuse me. I don't know that I know anybody that does this, but there are some beekeepers that they have like a something scrapey thing at the entrance of their beehives that knocks the pollen out of the pollen pockets of the bees, and they sell that as a health benefit. Um, I don't understand what then they're feeding the bees because they have to feed them something. Um, the pollen is the protein part of the food. So they use the pollen to make bee bread, which I think is pollen mixed with nectar. I don't know if they mix honey in it too, but anyway, they make a mixture and they put it in a cell and it's called bee bread, and that's what they feed the babies. That's what they feed the larvae. So, and that's the higher protein. The honey is basically pure sugar, so that's the carbohydrate. Um, so I don't know how. I don't. They must feed them something. I know they feed. I know there's things that people buy, and I'm trying to remember what they're called. Pollen patty, I think might be what it's called, but I don't know what it's made out of. I don't know if it's made out of pollen or if it's made out of something that simulates pollen. But it is something that some beekeepers buy to feed them with when things are low. I don't know that part yet, but yeah, 3 to 5 miles is the range. Bruce is here. Welcome. Hello, fellow homesteaders. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, so that's going on. What's going on with the bees? They're doing good, and this will definitely boost their population, or maybe not population, boost their energy stores, give them a nice healthy start to the season. Um, hopefully doesn't take away too much from pollination from other things. There was plenty of bees off going to pollinate, so I'm not concerned about that. You can see from the first video, I was in their flight path. So yeah, yeah. So anyway, that was exciting. I wanted to share. And my seeds in the garden have finally, they're starting to sprout. So I have carrots that are this big, finally. I have chard, which is this big, which usually doesn't take that long to sprout. And I really thought it should be like this big by now, but I don't know. Maybe our weather was just funky. A few radishes are up. I should plant more. I didn't plant more because I'm like, well, none of you guys are coming up. Radishes are supposed to germinate very quickly, and they didn't. So it must have been our weather. But I don't see parsnips yet. I don't see any of the brassicas yet. And there is one pea that survived whatever massacred it. So I have one pea plant about this big. So I do need to plant more peas. I should do that at night so that whatever did it doesn't watch me and dig it up again, because I think that's probably what happened. Anyway, so there you go. Yeah, it would also give me more honey to harvest. And what I'm hoping is that they use this honey and then they make new honey, and then the new honey can be stuff that I eat, because the this is almond honey, because the truck was coming from the almond orchards, and almond honey isn't the greatest. It's okay, but it's not the greatest. Oh my gosh. Bruce has peas that are almost 6 feet tall. No flowers yet. My one pea is this big. Yeah. Congratulations. What kind did you plant? And hopefully it gets flowers soon. Otherwise, is your name Jack and do you have a beanstalk now? Yeah. So yeah, peas I need to replant. I need to plant some more radishes. They were so slow to come up. Our weather's been wonky. So anyway, gray and snow peas. Okay. Yeah, I whatever took my peas took all the Cascadia ones, and that was a snow pea, and all but one of whatever the other variety was. So I need to plant more. Steve says, so in reality, honeybee throw up that the field bee puts into the house bee's mouth that then regurgitates into the honeycomb. Um, there's like enzymes involved, but yes. Bees are one of the few animals that make their food, right? So they make their food. There's some ants that farm their food. They farm fungus underground. They farm aphids above ground, but they don't actually make the food. Bees make their food. Yeah. There might be other animals that do this, but this is the one that I know. Yeah, but it has to do with some enzymes in the mouth. I don't know what else it has to do with, but yeah. So delicately put, Steve. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, yesterday we made donuts. It was good. They tasted good. I ate way too many. I had some this morning. I put the rest in the freezer. So that is good. But the cake donuts turned out really good. And I think, we have our Mother's Day bake sale for our local community group. And I'm thinking about making a bunch of donut holes. I think that would be good. And that would sell good. Make a bunch of donut holes and go from there. So yeah. Yep. I have to think of what else I should make for that, because I should make, I was going to make banana bread muffins. Yeah. So those are a couple things I'll be making for that. We had a good turnout last year, so hope there's a good turnout this year. Donut holes are not fattening. I mean, I believe you. If Steve said it, it must be true. And these were actual donut holes this time, because I made the donut with a glass, and then for the hole I'm like, and so I used the cap off of a spice container. It turned out good. Fill the donut holes with jelly. I don't want to do that much work. Especially for a bake sale. Yeah. No, and I think cake donuts usually aren't filled, right? I guess you could fill them before you fry them. Do a layer and then put a layer of something and then do another layer and pinch it. Hopefully it doesn't go out in the oil. Lots of different jellies. I'd buy them all. Oh my gosh. They can be filled after frying. Not the cake donuts. There's no room. How do you make room? It's all full. Maybe the fluffier kind. Anyway, I enjoyed it. The kitchen's still a mess. And yes, there we go. By pushing it in, but there's no room. You'd have to like cut it out. They're pretty dense. The ones that we made, at least. They're pretty dense. Anyway, does anybody have anything coming up in the garden? I mean, I literally, when I was watering this morning, I was like, oh, that's either a piece of grass or it's a carrot. And then I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of them. So I don't think I have to look where I ended up on the different varieties. I don't think the old carrot seed sprouted yet. I think it's the newer stuff. Steve, so do I. Steve says, I have an assortment of weeds. But are they edible? Because I have a lot of edible weeds. I don't eat all the weeds, but there's a mustard relative. There's dandelions, dead nettle, gallium, which is bed straw. No, I don't have very much of that, but there's that. A whole bunch. Okay, Mrs. Ava would like to know what zone you are in. I am zone 8B. So 8B is where I am. You guys are in like 5, right, Jacob? It's all edible ones. You are true. You are true. You are correct, Steve. Yeah, 8B. But I have a feeling I'm a little bit on the colder side of 8B, maybe. And I also have the levels, like the lower pasture is probably in a different zone than here, which is a different, like I'm guessing my hill has different zones, if not just microclimates, but yeah. Bruce says, I'm amazed at the weather here. Pot growing capital of the world, but it's equally as good as on all my veggies. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you grow one plant, you can grow more. And my dad's laughing. It says it's been in the low 20s at night here. We've had a couple 30-degree stuff, but a couple of weeks ago we had 3 in a row, and then I think last week we had 31 degrees one day. Yeah. Verna has beets coming up. I'm getting a reflection of the light. There we go. Verna has beets coming up. Sweet potato slips. The slip that you sent me is not dead, but it's not growing things yet. So I have hope. I have it in water. Suja slips growing outside. Have found a yard full of violets. I saw that in your video. And a couple wood sorrel plants as well as dead nettle. Awesome. And run a 6B. Okay. All right. Jacob says we are in 5. Mrs. Ava feels like she is behind watching everyone. Nope. Nope. You're good. You're good. This is the encouragement. This is the encouragement. When do you guys plant outside? Because we don't plant here outside until June for summer plants. Yeah. Misty's here. Welcome, Misty. What? Oh, we're talking donuts. Like, what are you talking about? Put the filling in a syringe with like a 13 gauge needle to inject into the donut. Yeah. I mean, you're the nurse. I don't regularly have access to extra syringes. I don't need to fill a donut. But if you would like to try that and see how it works, report back and let me know. And Verna's saying exactly. Yeah, Missy says on the top of the mountain between us is about 1,800 feet. Yeah, the house sits about 1,500. Your house is higher than mine. But yeah. Yep. Yep. Jacob says won't be planting until June. And Verna says, tell Miss Ava, why is this thing in the way? I don't like it when they put, I'm going to click something, hopefully it doesn't. I don't need a QR code. I don't like it when they put things in the way of reading the thing that I'm trying to read. Okay. Verna says, tell Miss Ava that she shouldn't plant summer plants in her area until at least Mother's Day. Yeah, well, they're saying June, so yeah, that's probably Father's Day then, right? Yeah. Bruce says, in only 6 weeks, I am harvesting lettuce, bok choy, and broccoli. I did have to put frost covers on. Barely made it in time. Well, good. Good. I'm glad. Yeah. Steve says, I think Jacob's growing season is June and July. There's a lot of stuff that comes up early. And I feel like I'm starting to kind of get the hang of when things start growing, I guess. Because stuff like lettuce, I mean, yeah, it can freeze and be fine. A lot of lettuces and stuff. There's a lot of plants that you can take freezing temperatures and be just fine. I'm so used to in my old garden, I'm so used to things just volunteering because I let things seed and then they come up. I'm used to those telling me when to plant things because you see them and you're like, oh yeah, I should plant that. And when you're when you're when you have a garden that volunteers readily, um, you don't have to think about these things as much. And I don't have that yet. I don't have the seeds in there like that yet. But I'm hoping over the next couple of years I can change that. Yeah. Oh, has Jacob made a greenhouse? I changed it to a question, Brenna. Yes. Has Jacob made Ava a greenhouse? That's a question. Yeah. I'm just glad to see something growing because I was so disappointed about the peas because this was going to be the year that I grew the peas enough to like freeze a bunch. Nope. I'm going to have to replant them. I don't know if it's too late to replant them or what, but I'm going to try and do it under the cover of darkness. Yeah. Yep. It's on the list of things to do. How big is this list? My list is pretty big. Verna says, I'm waiting for my sunchokes to come up. They will. And when they come up, they will rule the world. Yeah. It was good to see the carrots coming up. I planted them way too thick. But it's awesome that they're coming up because carrots for me, it's been a yay or a nay. Like it's either they all grow great or they don't come up at all. And I know you have to keep the seedlings wet. I think I planted them at the right time because we had that all that rain going. So that's a really good thing that we had that. But I I don't know. I think the older seed didn't do as well. I'll have to rewatch that video and see where it was that I switched varieties because I think I planted 3 different kinds. Yeah. And hopefully the parsnips will come up soon because I planted a lot of those and those seeds weren't quite as old. The list is pretty large right now. Yep. Yep. Oh, the sunchokes are in their own pot, so they won't take over the world. Is your suspicion? Good. Good, good. Steve can grow carrot tops. Yep. Did you know you can plant the top of a carrot, like eat the carrot and then plant the top, and it will grow. It won't grow another carrot out like a carrot. You can still eat the roots if you want. They're going to be tiny, but it will regrow the greens, and you could eat the greens. They are edible. I suggest butter and lots of spices. Um, and if you have rabbits, they love the carrot tops. The carrot itself is a little too much sugar for them to have regularly. But I mean, if it's hot, that would be a good time to give it to them. A little bit of apple, a little bit of carrot, getting a little bit of extra sugar in their system when it's hot is a good thing. But other than that, too much sugar and it doesn't take much can be detrimental for your rabbits. But they love, love, love the carrot tops. And if you set a carrot in with them with the top on it, they will eat the top first. Yeah. Yes, apartment gardening is different than most. Ah, that reminds me. Reminder. Green stocks are on sale for the Mother's Day sale right now. There is a description. There is a link in the description of all my videos. If you use that link, you get $10 off your first purchase, and I get a little kickback if you do that. And it is a really, really great thing to have. I recommend specifically strawberries. If you're going to do lettuce or stuff like that, that's good for that too. But strawberries do really, really well in it. And it keeps the plants. So strawberries are a plant that they like wet and they don't like wet. So their roots love to be moist. The fruit and the leaves don't like being moist. So it's the perfect for both worlds because you can keep it moist and then the fruit can overhang the sides and not get dirty and not get yucky. And the slugs are not going to go up it. And if you find you are going to have slug problems, well, guess what? Put on that copper band along the bottom and that solves that problem because they don't cross copper. They also don't cross cinnamon, but that would be more expensive. Um, anyway, so yeah, the green stock, there's a link in the description of all of the videos. I don't have like a code, it's an actual link. And it's extra on top of whatever the sale price is. So Mother's Day sale is their best sale. And I highly recommend you take advantage of that. And then also get the $10 off your first purchase with that link from me, which is inscription of all the videos. So thank you for that reminder, Verna. Yeah, sweet potatoes grow great in green stalks. Verna's grown them. Potatoes grow great. You can grow everything. You can grow tomatoes. You can grow eggplants. You can grow anything like that. I mean, I had one tower full of basil one year. I really want to do that again because it's easy to pick and it doesn't take up much space and you can just go there and get it. And I really, really liked that. And so yeah, basil is a good choice for I grew peppers in, so there's 2 different sizes. There's a shorter size, which is like the leaf. I don't know. The depth is they're called leaf. And so that if you have the full thing, it's 36 pockets. in the space you can hug. So 36 plants in the space you can hug. If you get the deeper ones, which you would have tomatoes and probably the sweet potatoes and all that, and the peppers. I had peppers that were 3 years old, and I moved them here with me. And then in the winter, I put them in the room that I thought was. I knew it wasn't going to be heated, but I also thought it was insulated, and it was not, and they died. But they lasted for 3 years. Peppers, I'm going to say most because I don't know if all is true. Most peppers are perennial. They will live until they freeze back. So if there is no freeze, then they live forever. Maybe not forever, but they live an extended amount of time. And when you start the season with a good sized pepper, you're going to get more peppers. So that's a really good idea for that. It's a great idea for apartment gardening, especially if you have a balcony or an outdoor stoop that people don't steal from. And I also recommend, if you're going to get one or several, to get the spinner base and potentially with wheels, depending on where you're going to put it. But for sure, the spinner base. And they also have like all these attachments you can get now for like vining things and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, check it out. Greenstock, and link is in the description of all my videos. Steve says $50 off vertical planters plus $10 from Katrina is $60 off total. That is awesome. That is very awesome. These are expensive. They are wonderful, though. They have a watering system that works. I don't like the lid has the hole on the side. It should be in the center so you can spin it, the whole thing. That's the only thing I don't like. But they didn't start having a lid, so yeah. But I love green stalks. I don't have any in production right now. I will be planting one out this year with strawberries. I'll probably plant another one out with basil. I have deer though, so they need to be in something fenced because I moved some strawberries with me and the deer ate them all. Yeah. Yep, and then you have cups for the strawberry lovers. Yep. So that's like if there's a runner and then you put it in the runner. I'm not sure how that works with watering though. I think you might have to water it separately. I don't know. But yeah, definitely get the spinner base wherever you are because you can put it up against a wall really and just spin it every day and they're good. So yeah. Yeah, so Vern says be mindful of how you plant your green stalks, things that need sun the most to be planted on the top. Yep. Absolutely, absolutely. And the very, very top one is going to be the driest. See, because it only has the water container above it. So the very top one is going to be your driest row and then or driest level, and then the rest of them will be about the same. And it's just because it's doesn't have shade on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, they can help catch the runners. Yep. Hello, Craig. Hope you're doing good. Craig says, have 3 green stalks. Love them. Awesome. Yep. I like it. I like them. Yep. Verna says, my daughter found out that the peacock plant, I don't know what that is, has little tubulars in it when she went to put in a larger pot. Oh, you're talking about like little potato things? Interesting. I don't know what a peacock plant is. I'm going to look that up real quick. Oh, I know what that is. I did not know it's called peacock plant. Huh. Me. Very cool. I wonder if she planted just one of those, if she would get another plant. That's because those plants I think you can grow from cutting too, right? I'm fairly sure. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, okay. So Steve says yes, you do have to water the berry cups. I saw a picture of that. I'm like, well, that's cool. Wait, how do you water it? But it's cool that they offer it though. Yeah. She thought they were worms. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Craig says hit the like. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your blessing, Steve. Um Oh, you're not sure, but you had the plant for 2 years and then gave it to her. Hey, see if she'll, go in there and get one and put in some dirt and see what happens. Worst thing that can happen is that it doesn't grow, right? Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna see real quick if the bees are still there. I think they probably still are. We've got a couple hours till the sun goes down. They were out there earlier than I thought they would be, but I think it's because they knew where it was, and they're like, "We want first dibs." Yeah, it's in the shade now, but there's still clumps of them getting things. So yeah, yep. Okay, Steve says yes, you can do leaf or stem of the peacock plant, though it is rarely successful. Division during repotting is best. I bet those little nodules are for that. Yeah, you talked about that. She's gonna try it next time. There you go. There you go. I think I've seen those like as a part of like that's what people do. That's how they propagate them, I think. Or maybe they're propagating a different way and it's just easy. I've heard it's an easy propagator, or I've observed that it has been. I don't know what the word is I'm using. Anyway. So yeah. All right. So Verna reported things flowering. Has anybody planted their fall gardens? I know most people in here are a little bit behind where I am now, in the comments at least, weather-wise. And yeah, so is anybody have anything coming up? Because I planted. When did I plant those? When was the video? Let's see. So I planting the spring garden came out on April 2nd, but it was before then. It must have been that weekend. It was probably the weekend before. So 1, 2, 3, like 4 weeks. That's a long time for carrots to come up. I know carrots don't come up like right away, but I really thought I was going to have to replant them. And the chard too. The chard took forever. I mean spring garden. Yeah, did you plant your fall garden yet? It might be a while. Thanks, Steve. Shouldn't we wait for fall? Yes. Well, you should wait for till August to plant it, right? Sorry. I meant spring garden, not fall garden. Yeah. Oh, the other thing that's about to be ready. So I have wild oats growing in the pasture. They're in flower right now, a lot of them. And then after they go from the flower stage, they go to the like this milky stage. So if you like squeeze one of the heads of it, then like this milky stuff comes out, and that is a medicinal, and it's for like calming. And people make, and I haven't yet, but I want to this year. I want to try it, see what it's like. But you make a tea with it, and it's supposed to be calming. Um, so I thought that would be interesting to try. And then, of course, you can eat the seeds when they're green, and you can eat them when they're dried. But I haven't done the whole dried one yet. But I do want to catch the milky oats. Milky oats is what it's called. The milky oats season, and see what that's all about. My neighbor collected some from my pasture last year, um, and he'll probably do it again this year. Um, but I haven't ever tried it. So yeah. Bruce's spinach and chard are finally starting to thrive. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, my chard I planted the same time the carrots planted. I mean, 4 weeks to come up for chard. I mean, that's a long time. The chard is this big. So, and that was a new packet of seeds too. So I don't know what's going on, but uh, as long as they grow in the end, I guess. I have the once a month on Enix channel, the Urban Gardener. I have the Grow What You Eat segment, and I'm like, what do we do for next month? Nothing's going to be up. So I have some ideas, but we'll see what happens in a month, um, and see what we can do. Oh my gosh. I need a 10% tax on the oats. No, 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 no. We're good. We're good with that. Um, yeah. So Bruce, how long did it take the chard to come up where you are from when you planted it? Because I don't remember. Okay, number one, I haven't planted chard in years because it just came up in my yard and kept going because it volunteered, because that's the system I like. I'm trying to make here. Um, so I don't actually remember how long it took before, but I don't remember it taking that long. Um, I'm just curious what other people's experience are. And since I know you planted chard, I want to know like how long it took to come up. And I'm hoping it will thrive now. I didn't plant a terribly lot. I didn't plant very much of it because I figured it's just me. But yeah, you planted seeds on March 6th. And how big are they now? Mine are this big. Some of them, not even all of them that I planted. So hopefully now that it stopped raining a lot, um, we'll get some sun and it'll boom. Okay, it's 4 inches now. So you're saying in a month I'll have 4 inch chard? Maybe a little more because it has more sun. I think my soil was cooler, Steve. Yeah, Steve's saying chard takes 2 weeks. Maybe your soil was cooler. I think my soil was much cooler. Yeah. Oh, okay, but many leaves. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think so. We had several freezes during that time, but I mean, even so, chard and carrots, yeah, they're cooler weather stuff. Um, yeah. No, I didn't realize that it was 2 weeks. It's been so long since I planted chards or beets that I don't remember how long it takes for them to come up, because that was stuff that in my previous yard it just came up. It's like, oh, where is this going to be this year? Oh, you're over there. Okay, I'll go harvest you over there. And that's how I like to have my garden. That's what I hope to promote in the food forest once it gets going. I talked with the guy who's going to do the trees for the food forest, and that's going to happen in May. Um, we're going to do it sometime after Mama Kitty goes to the vet, hopefully. Yeah. Right. So Verna says, quick start them in a jar of tepid water overnight. And that's a good idea. And I wonder, though, and I don't know the answer to this, I wonder if once they're kind of started, if the cold temperatures will, what is the word I'm looking for? Truncate is in my head, but that's not the right word. Stunt. I'm wondering if the cold will stunt the growth after it starts. And I don't know the answer. Um, yeah. Anyway, it's a fun thing to figure out different things for this garden. Yeah. Experiment and find out. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I might soak some peas overnight tonight and then plant them tomorrow night. Maybe I'll soak them in the morning, but plant them tomorrow night. If I soak them, they'll be that's not in the instructions or anything, but it's something that does need to be, wet to germinate. And I wonder if that will be good enough. And then if I do it at night, if I do it at night, hopefully the animals won't find it the next day. Yeah. Never know until you try. This is true. This is true. Yeah. I don't think we ever did anything to the seeds we planted as a kid. Is my dad still on here? Did we like soak anything? I don't think we ever did beets or chard or anything like that. I remember I was the person that planted carrots and radishes. That's what I remember planting. I think I probably planted a row about this big of both. Yeah. I remember one year we did sunflowers. I don't remember how many sunflowers actually made it, but I remember having a big sunflower. Yeah. Lucy's snoring. She's such a sweet girl. Yeah, there's a lot of good animals around. Yeah, my Steve's saying I think we lost Mr. John. That's my dad. Could be. I'm sorry, Verna. Did I yawn? I didn't even know I yawned. Sorry. Long day, I guess. Um, well, I'm still figuring out my scythe. It works. It works good. I do need to learn to ping, whatever. It's over here. It's right there. Um, and it's a good one. I think what I'm going to have to do, I did actually, okay, let me fill in people that don't know what I'm talking about. When I put the handles on, I used the wood glue that is Gorilla Glue, which is a very strong glue. And I did actually call them last week and say, if I want to take this apart, what do I do? And it's basically manual. You have to like get in there and chip it off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact the scythe company and um, ask if I can buy the upper handle and then cut away and chip away at the current upper handle, clean off I don't know what this part's called, um, to go into the handle. Clean that up, sand it, and then glue a new handle on in the right position. Because I'm getting the handle. No, I should say use a different word. I'm getting the hang of using the scythe, but it still needs to um, that this handle is in the wrong angle. And so I think what I'll do is I'll glue it with I'll get some like Elmer's glue or something. I don't know. I actually don't have Elmer's glue, but something that can you can break free pretty easily, but not too easily, and try it at that angle for a while. The thing is, I didn't have anything other than strong glue, so I glued it when I thought it was in the right position. Um, yeah, yeah. So that is this one's in the right place, but this one isn't. So I think that's the solution is to buy the handle, and I hope they can send me the handle. I know they can, but I think that's my only way to fix it, because I don't want to just cut off and then you have to buy the whole snatch again. Snatch, is it called a snatch? Anyway, the long part, and I don't want to do that. So, or just continue using it and probably mess up my wrist. So nope. Need to stay away from the hot wires. Yes, yes, yes. So those that don't know what Verna is calling me out on, um, I was using the scythe by the electric fence. Fence was off, and I was going underneath it, and somehow I cut one of the wires. It was a couple weeks ago, right? And so I had to repair it. I felt stupid, but what I got out of that is that's where the weed whacker comes out. Yep. Yep. When I have the permanent fence there, those two bottom wires won't need to be there because the skunks and raccoons won't be able to get through. And I'll just have the two bare wires at 30 and 40 inches, and that's all I'll need at that point. So it's temporary, but it's kind of a permanent temporary because it's going to take a while um, until I get to that point. But yes, it's all part of learning. Exactly. Um, Steve says you should only have to peen when the scythe fails to hold the sharpening from the stone. Also, when you hit rocks. I have hit rocks. So, but I still need to learn it. So, um, no, it's doing really well. I'm learning how to use it. If everything was flat, I think I'd be really good at it. But everything's not flat here. In fact, hardly anything is. Um, and then as soon as I get that back handle fixed, replaced, it's going to be much smoother because I'm having this weird like because my hand is like this, but it needs to be like this, and so I'm like holding it weird. So yeah, it's a learning experience, and so I encourage you not to use super 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 strong glue. If you're going to get one, don't use super 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 strong glue for that one. The bottom, the right hand one, the bottom one is fine. It's like perpendicular. It's just straight out. No, that was fine. But yeah, the upper one is not where it's supposed to be. So that's okay. We can change. We can change. But I will have to, instead of dissolving the glue, I will have to cut it off, chip it off, and that's sad. Yeah. I've never shaved someone's face, Bruce. So I don't need to do that. And if someone's face is that hard, there's problems. Yeah. Um, and I think to get the glue off of the very end, like the very when you get to the end of where the glue is, I think it's just going to be sandpaper then. Yeah, and Verna says use cheap glue until you know you have it in the right place. Yeah, something that you can just go, kink, okay, it's off. Yeah. So anyway, that is my only disappointment, and it's not a disappointment in the scythe itself. It's a disappointment in me trying to use super strong glue. The X was a key thought there? Nah. No, you're good. Um, yeah, so anyway, that's my experience with that. I've been using it more and more and getting comfortable with it and really figuring out where things need, like where my body needs to be in comparison to it. I'm still going high to low instead of even, but I think a big part of that is, at least for the front lawn, I still have rocks out there, and so I'm finding rocks and I keep hitting rocks, and it's like that's not really what I need to be doing. It does dull the blade. Um, so I need to like go on a serious rock hunt. Um, rocks and do that. Yeah. What? Rena says, dang, can't take Lucy out for her last walk until 3 a.m. Why? What happens between now and 3? Or has she informed you that she's going to sleep that long? What's happening then? Or is it the weather? Thunderstorms. Okay, there we go. That's the I figured it out right before Steve put in storms. Thunderstorms. Well, maybe she'll just continue to sleep the night through. What do you think the chances of that are? Hopefully it's an awesome thunderstorm and that you are okay and that Lucy is okay um, and that is just a storm and not anything like a big storm. Steve telling Verda we're going to send you some more shortly, arriving here any minute. Verda says you can keep them, Steve. Oh my gosh. Does anybody know if Erica was? I saw there was tornadoes that went through. Does anybody know if Erica was in the storm region that just happened? Because she wasn't there on Sunday either, and she usually is. Sharing is caring, and I haven't heard from her. So Erica's fine. Good, good, good. Thank you, Verna. Um, good. Talk to her today. Yeah, I thought of that after. I thought of that actually this morning because we're like, well, what happened? Like usually she's here, and yeah, you haven't seen Erica since she went to visit her parents. She came back a while ago. Yeah, I've seen her since then. Unless she went up again. She may have gone up again, but I don't think she did. Um, yeah, I'm good. I'm glad she's doing okay. Um, well, it looks like we don't have rain for a while. I should actually confirm this on my device because we don't have a whole lot of rain for a while at least, which is why I put the bee boxes up top on the roof. They're right there. And that is, yeah, these are good things. Uh, I don't want there to be like rain in them when they're doing it, when they're in there trying to get stuff out. So let's see. Oh, there was 23% today and 20% tomorrow and Wednesday. Yeah, 24%, 32% on Monday. So, oh, then 46 and 49% on next week, Friday, Saturday. So we might get some more rain, but it's probably not going to be a whole lot. That's okay. Hey, Desiree's here. Welcome, Desiree. Last few days here have been chaos. All right. The basement is flooding. Ooh, that is not good. That is not good. Is this something you knew about? Because you guys are fairly new out there, right? Has this happened before? Hopefully that was disclosed if it has. Yeah. Roberta says Lucas just received his citizen patch from the AKC. Awesome. Lucas is funny. Lucas is Erica's dog, service dog. He's a cutie. The ducks will love the basement. Do not give her ideas, Steve. Okay, it floods, but it's worse than normal. Are you near a creek or is it just groundwater coming up? Or is it like water coming in from outside? Um, I'm I'm so far away. I'm so far removed from places with basements. We don't have basements here. People probably do, but rainwater. Already fixed one leak. Now there is a mystery leak behind the wall. That is never good. So I don't know how far down your basement goes below ground, but there is a thing called Rhino Shield, and there's professional services that do like this as a job too. You're renting, right? Never mind. I think you're renting. Anyway, there's a product called Rhino Shield, and I don't know if it's tar or tar-like, but it's something that you paint on the outside of your basement or underground stuff or foundation or whatever, and it's a waterproofing. So you clean it really well. You know um, what is it with the what's the high pressure water thing? Pressure hose. Anyway, you clean it really well. You let it dry, and then you roll like you can use a roller and you can roller it on, or you can I don't know if you can use your roller actually. Anyway, you can look on the container. It comes in like a 5 gallon bucket, and you can paint it on and pressure washer. Thank you. Um, Power water. Oh my gosh, am I tired? Maybe. Um, so you can use that though. You have to dig to expose it, which is why the most companies do that. My ex helped me do that on my old house for the on the south side. I grew between the house and the little sidewalk there, and you're not supposed to water next to your house. And so that was something that he helped me with, and dug down a couple feet and then pressure water or power washed and then painted that on. And once it's on there, it's a waterproofing, so you can actually plant right up next to your house. A lot of people have like their my old house had this that I took out, and and we did this around the corner too. It had a brick planter that was associated with the house, and it went up right up to the stucco, and that's really bad because you water stucco and that gets in your house. Um, so took that out, did the same thing with the rhino shield on it, and did that, and that really helps. And I know there's other things that are other products and stuff, but there is a way to fix that. And like I said, I think you said you were renting. So if you're renting, maybe just tell people about it. But if you are owner, or or are going to long term, um, it's something you can do yourself. Or if it's like a full basement underneath, then maybe you hire someone. But that is something that you can use. Um, yeah. Uh, Verna says you would have to make a cave before you could have a basement. They already had to dig out the house just so I could have it under the house to jack it up. So, yeah. Um, yeah, it is like the bed liner you paint on a truck. It is. I don't know how closely related it is, but it is. And so that's an interesting um that's an interesting relationship thing. But yeah, it's a moisture barrier is what it is. And people do that for there's professional people that do that for basements. Yeah. Hi, Bowtie. Welcome. He says, Triple G, greetings, global gardeners, in the heart of old Dustin, where temps near 78 degrees. Everything getting fed, garden looking greener by the hour. You told us you're high, but you did not tell us you're low. Because we can get to 76 and we can also get down to 31. I'm glad everything's going good. My garden is popping up finally after 4 weeks. There's seedlings this big, um, and only one pea, so I can be planting peas again. But that I knew pretty much the next day. I should have just replanted then, but I didn't. Asphalt emulsion. I do not know what that is, but is that something that's similar, or that's what you would look up if you were looking to have someone do it to your house? Okay. High velocity water ejector. Thank you, Bowtie, for alternate verbiage. And I says, yeah, the leak is around where the front porch is supposed to be, so now I gotta dig around outside and use foam. If you're renting, you should inform the landlord about these things. If you're not renting, then fix them well. Yeah. Hello, Andy Rabbit. She says hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing good and staying out of storms. Yeah, so that's another thing. So Steve says the slope of the ground at the house has a lot to do with the water. Raise it around the house to divert it away. Yep. So that's the same way as, or same reason as you put the downspouts. Downspouts go next to the house, but then it should be guided away. So they have these like little ramp things that you can put underneath them to go away. They have things that you can attach, and it rolls out when it has water in it to go away. And then you just have ones that you can connect a tube to and take it somewhere. So that's something else to check is where your gutters are. But then yeah, water flows downhill, so you want downhill to be away from the house. Yep. Good point. Good point. Your low was 69. Bowtie, I'm not sorry for you. Oh my goodness. Robin, hello, welcome. Robin says hello from Chicagoland. Welcome, welcome. I saw your grow with me, or not grow with me, your grow what you eat segment. I'm not a fan of onions, but those who are a fan of onions, if you can repeat the type that you recommend in the chat, I'm sure people will be appreciative of it. It was a hybrid that she likes. Yeah. Let's see. You guys jumped. Where are we? Where are we? I lost you. All right. Oh no, Desiree's boyfriend's mom's in the hospital again. I hope healing can go quickly. Yep. Oh, Andy says my volunteer tomato plants are popping. You know, before you came on, I was talking about volunteer plants and how my old garden, I didn't have to plant certain kind of plants. I have not planted a beet in years. I had not planted a chard in years because it's just, oh, where will they be this year? Oh, you're going to be over there? Okay. We're going to harvest you from over there. Oh, last year over here, and this year you're over there? Okay. And I don't have that here because I haven't established it yet. So it's a little frustrating because some of these things that I just don't think about it because they just happened at my old place because I had that good volunteer system going. So my mental mindset needs to change that. So yeah. But congratulations on your tomato plants. And what that means is if you want, as soon as you see tomato plants popping up, what that means is if you haven't started your tomato plants and you want particular varieties, start them now. All right. Landlord is brother-in-law. It doesn't matter who it is. They have responsibility. Tell them to do it. Yeah, they have the responsibility, not you. Unless you have a contract that says something different. Many plants are popping up in Andy Rabbit's area. Yep. That's good. Good. Bowtie says, "Aw, thank you for pronouncing the I in verbiage." Do people say it not that way? Verbiage? If it's verbiage, it's talking about verbs. If it's verbiage, it's talking about words. I don't know. Excessive, obsessive compulsive behaviors. Oh, thank you. Okay, I will say you're welcome to them. 5 minutes of rain a few minutes ago at Andy's. All right. My dad says, rain, what's that? He's in the high desert. I remember one year we had an annual, do you remember what year that was? We had an annual rain that was 4 inches. So where you guys out in the Midwest might be getting 4 inches in a storm, that was one year when it was drought then. I don't remember what regular is, but one year there was 4 inches of rain. So we'll see what he comes back with. Steve says our downpour didn't even fully wet the concrete driveway. All right. Robin says Patterson F1 Long Day Onion is the variety she went over at the Urban Gardeners channel today. Thank you for sharing that, Robin. Desiree says sweet Vidalia onions are great. Okay. I'm not an onion fan, so you guys can talk all about onions you want. I probably won't grow them unless somebody's going to pay me to take them. I was the kid that that pulled the onion out of the onion ring and ate the ring. That's the onion. But even that these days is too oniony for me. And he says last year these tomatoes did pop up till after the beginning of July. Wow, early this year. My goodness, that's quite the difference. Absolutely, Robin. Volunteers are the strongest plants when they come. Absolutely, absolutely. They're the strongest. They're the most resilient. They're often the tastiest. They know where they want to be, and gosh darn it, that's where they're going to go. Yeah, I love volunteers. Yeah. Oh, that is not good, Desiree. She needs liver surgery. Not working correctly and making her lungs. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, I hope everything goes well because that's tough. Bowtie says you said it right. All right. Well, you're welcome. Andy says I would head to bed right now, but the freeze dryer is making me stay awake for a little bit longer. So you can add dry time and go to bed. If you think it's going to be done or whatever, that's fine. Add dry time, go to bed. Or if you don't add dry time, it will continue to be okay. And then it's time for you to get it out of there, you just have to warm the trays. You hit warm trays and it will warm the trays, and your food should be warm when it comes out, not cold. Cold indicates moisture. So you have options, but you can come up, you can stay up and talk with us. What do you have in there? More importantly, Steve says, "Did you know you can't grow Vidalia onion? You can grow yellow or sweet, but Vidalia onion Act 1986. The name is legally protected by both Georgia state law and federal law on marketing. So Hatch chili only is supposed to only grow in the Hatch Valley of New Mexico, I believe. Could be Colorado. I think it's New Mexico. Much like Champagne is from Champagne. Um, yeah. So interesting. Okay, my dad's coming back with the average. Here is 6 to 7 inches. So the high desert that I grew up in, zone, what I tell you it was, 5A or 5B, something like that, 6B, whatever it is, um, 6 to 7 inches of rain annually. Yeah, bow tie. You're trying to get me. Now say knowledge. Did I say it right? Almost right. Little reference there. See who gets it. Uh, Verna says ours is still coming down. All right. Robin says Vidalia are yum, but they are short day, so no go for me here. All right. And Andy sees that variety in the stores around her. So maybe just in Georgia that you can't grow it, huh? Where everybody's ignoring it. Oh, you can't grow to sell, but you can grow them in your backyard. Okay. Okay. Andy says they pop up every year in the same place. This year they are walking around. Skittles and marshmallows. Have I had marshmallows? Verna, did you do marshmallows? I think the only candy I've had is the stuff that Verna's done. Oh, candy you can't put off because it's a vacuum, right? Okay. Good input, Verna. I got it right. Thanks, Bowtie. Yeah, Princess Bride. Princess Bride. Amy's here. Welcome, Amy. Hope you're doing well. And that there's no storm by you. Yes, Princess Bride is a favorite movie. Hi, everyone. Welcome. All right. Andy says, so sleepy tonight is good because I need to get up at 4 to 4:30. What are you doing with your life at 4 or 4:30 in the morning? That's ridiculous. Okay, you did marshmallows. Did I have any? I don't remember. Um, oh, Robin gets those onions shipped from Georgia. Is this an underground thing? Oh, Amy says she's hatching ducklings. Oh, with neuro issues, one has already passed at 24 hours old. I don't know much about ducklings as far as raising them from egg. I do know that there is a deficit in a nutrient. Is it? It starts with N. I want to say niacin. I don't even know that's a thing. What's the nutrient that is lacking in baby ducks sometimes? Is it niacin? I don't even know what niacin is. Niacin in ducks. I was right. Oh, it's vitamin B3. Um, require high levels of niacin for proper bone and leg development, particularly in the first 8 to 10 weeks. But you're saying within 24 hours. It might be something deeper than that. Anybody have solutions for Amy? Because that sucks. So Steve is backing up Verna in the stay up tonight, Andy, and wait for the Skittles to be over. Don't let him go into freeze mode. Oh my gosh, Bowtie is getting up at 4 a.m. too. All right, good night, Bowtie. Thanks for coming. Amy says the rain has helped wet down cardboard for the garden application. Good. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're being nice. Getting up or that early to be nice is a good thing. Giving someone a ride. That's acceptable. I don't know what Bowtie's issue is getting up at 4 a.m. I spent part of a summer getting up at 3 a.m. No, it wasn't every morning, but we had spans that we were doing but that was to go out and trap pygmy rabbits. So live trap them and fit them with the tiniest possible tracking collar, which consisted of a zip tie in a flexible plastic tube. So it didn't go. And the little transmitter was like this big. So yeah. Anyway. Sorry, Verna. Okay, I must have had the marshmallows then. Yeah. Okay. Desiree says we had a mouse stuck in the dresser for 2 months and it finally died. We didn't know until 2 days later. Oh my gosh. Desiree, you're having issues all over the place. I'm sorry. All right. Niacin is correct. Yep. Okay, 3 hours or 3.5 hours driving in the morning. So you'll be somewhere for breakfast. Got to find out where you're going for breakfast then, Andy. Peas and brewer's yeast fix it right up. So, but that's not the issue that you're having now, though, Amy, right? Because they're 24 hours old. That can't be a nutrient deficiency yet, is it? Is it? Yeah. Bow tie. You never go away, do you, bow tie? You're like, I'm gonna go now, and then like half an hour later, you're chiming in. I'm fine with that, by the way. He says, I woke up at niacin, good for people with ADHD too, a B3 like molecule. Good. Amy says, we have one hen and drake mix that I think are a bad combo for ducklings. And she also has a 4. What are you guys doing with your lives that you have a 4 a.m. wake up? I know one person is driving. That's acceptable. Driving a friend. Oh my gosh. I don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. Nope. Steve says, when you wake up at 4 a.m., keep quiet. I like to sleep in. Ugh, I would love to sleep in more than I actually do. I am such a night owl. That is where I am. I'm a night owl. You guys probably see of like the homesteading channels. I'm probably the one you see out at night the most. Most of the night stuff is on the weekend review. It's mostly the cats and the bunnies, but yeah. But the night stuff is it's interesting. I'm a biologist and I do look at eye shine and I do recognize animals around me. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the weekend review this today, but the 3 kitties, so Mama Kitty and Ringo, and then the third stranger kitty, which we need to have a name for her. We need to figure out a name. So maybe next week we'll think of names for the stranger kitty. I believe she's because she yowls a lot. She's pretty sturdy, pretty stocky. She's completely missing her, I think it's her left ear, completely missing, like not clipped, but completely missing. And she's mostly gray with some white. I don't remember if she had white on her chest, but she has white on some feet. But we'll think of a name for her starting next week. But I saw all three of them there, and I'm like, well, I know who's who. And then the deer, I know the deer. They know me. There's a new deer. There's a new baby. They come at night, and they haven't come in the daytime yet. But I've done enough spotlighting to know several different species. With the eye shine width and where it is and how is it moving and all that. And so I don't really get worried about that, and I pay attention to my, what I'm doing, what my surroundings are, what I'm feeling, and all of that. So, and if I'm out at night, I have my bear spray with me, so don't be too concerned. But I'm not just walking around at night. I'm like going to feed the animals at night, or going to water the garden or do something. So I'm not a morning person. All right. Andy has 1 minute left. It's probably she's probably gone by now and getting her stuff out. 4 a.m. Bowtie is being supportive of Mrs. Bowtie. See, I can be nice too. You are nice. You can be nice. Oh my gosh. Then Robin speaks up, and I feel an uncontrollable wave of what? FOMO? Oh my gosh. What did she say? Anyway. Oh goodness. I lost you guys. There you are. If a duck has a problem while the eggs were being made, that could be a good, I mean, not a good thing. That could be a good answer. She can have breakfast at your Anus Fudge Factory. I do know that exists. It's such a funny, people are silly. Yep. Robin says, go to sleep, morning comes early. Every time, right? Right, Robin? Anime says, good news is the mouse is removed. Good. Bad news is our dresser smells like rotten mouse. There's a solution that I have for you, and it does work. And that is Nature's Miracle. You can get it at any pet store. It's expensive, but it absolutely works. It's an enzymatic spray that you spray. I got rid of dead rat smell. I came home one time from a work trip, and I don't know how long this rat had been dead in there. Several days. It had lots of little squigglies in it, and was very disgusting smelling. I couldn't find where it was in the screen and porch. Screen and porch was not, rodent proof at that point. And I didn't even know where the smell was. It smelled so terrible. At that house, the previous house, some people had left some Febreze. It was a smoker's house. Febreze does nothing, guys, just so you know. Like, it just puts smell in the air. But I sprayed that everywhere in the screen and porch just so I could source where the source was coming from. And I narrowed down, and it found it. Cleaned it up, gagging, right? Dishwashing gloves on, and that's when I found out about Nature's Miracle. I think one of the neighbors told me, and I went and got it, and boy, it cleaned it up just really quick, really quick. It works also on like urine stains and yucky stains like that, like to get rid of the yuck. So yeah, Nature's Miracle is my recommendation. No affiliated. Oh, Bowtie is kicking himself off. I'm gone, he says. Yeah, wash everything that was in there too. Good idea. Yeah, absolutely, Verna. And Steve says, I'll say bye to Bowtie in another 20 minutes. Exactly. We know him. Robin's also a night girl. Yep. Yep. I do not get the reference, Verna. Her name is Marge Simpson. I don't know that reference. Amy says, I've been on call since Thursday evening to Monday morning, and again this evening until midnight, and tomorrow evening until Wednesday. I do not own my life. Oh my goodness, Amy, you do not. I am sorry. I am sorry. That's quite a bit of on call. Goodness. Enoch's here. Welcome, Enoch. Enoch is the urban gardener. Says hello, Katrina. Hello. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, hope things are going well. I must have missed something. Robin's saying 1 year. How about Van Gogh? What? You guys say Mark Simpsons and Van Gogh? I don't know. I must have missed something, guys. Oh my gosh. And Bowtie is still here, saying hi to Enoch. Good show tonight. Typing in sleep. Yep. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Verna. That's what I think. Yeah, she says, "Oh wow, Amy, they're trying to work you to death." You live vicariously through us. Oh my gosh. Name. Okay. Ooh, Bowtie used to be a night owl, and Mrs. Bowtie broke you of it. Okay. Okay. Enoch says, "Hello, everyone." Fear of missing out. I knew it stood for something. I rely on Verna for translating this language. Verna, you need to make a book. I keep saying this. You need to make a book. Oh, I have seen that before. I just didn't remember what it stood for. I am such a non-abbreviator. Like I usually say refrigerator. I hardly ever say fridge. Like I do say bike instead of bicycle, but television is always television. I hardly ever say TV. Of course, I don't have one of those either. But yeah. All right. Anime says, had my dishwashing gloves on too. It's actually my bird poop cleaning gloves. Yep. There you go. There you go. Oh, suggestions for a strange kitty. I said we're doing it next week. Don't confuse me. Van Gogh. Okay, 1 year Van Gogh. That makes sense to me now. Thank you for explaining, Verna. And what was the other one? Marge Simpson. I don't know about that. Okay. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Marge Simpson's ears are hidden by her hair. Thus you think you don't have any ears. I'm not a Simpsons person. Like I'm not against them, but I'm not a Simpsons person, so that reference went in one ear and out the other. Got it. Yes. Van Gogh. I think it's a girl, so we gotta maybe play with Vincent. Kind of like how we named Percy instead of like his name is Persimmon, but we call him Percy. Maybe we'll work with something Vincent wise to make it a girly name. It doesn't have to be a girly name. But Van Gogh, maybe. The things you do for love. Yep. Amy says the unabridged English to English vernacular dictionary by Verna. I can totally see it. I've been telling her this for years because she always like abbreviates thing, and I'm like, I'm learning this language from you. And it goes back to like AOL days of putting in these little, like AFKs away from keyboard, right? And like all that stuff. She knows it all. I think she should make a book. J-Bot's here. Hey all, she says. Hey all, welcome. Welcome. Yodel for the new kitty. Vincenta. Okay, I said we're doing this next time, guys. But that's a good one. We might have to play with that name. For those joining, there is a stranger kitty that my cats have adopted. She's not here all the time, but I'm pretty sure she's a she because she yowls sometimes, which pretty much she's looking for some action. And she is not as scared of me anymore, and she does eat with them sometimes or from their dishes sometimes. So, and she does sleep sometimes on the front porch on one of the benches. So I think I have a third cat. I have 2.5 cats, guys. And she is missing, I think it's her left ear, but she's missing a whole left ear. And I'm thinking we should give her a name other than Stranger Kitty so that I don't keep calling her Stranger Kitty and she gets used to her name being Stranger Kitty because that's sad. Missing Can Go might be sadder. Anyway, you see, oh, okay. J-Bot says, good day to all from Huron County, Midwestern Ontario, Canada, in the lee of Lake Huron. Good day. Misty's saying, I wish someone would make a glue out of grass when using the weed whacker and it globs on the grasses. It's seriously stuck on there. It can be. It can be. I'm using a scythe, so most of my weed whacking will be a scythe, but not around certain things. Yeah. Yeah. Um, oh my gosh. Okay. Just gonna put this to show. This is what Verna says. So she's abbreviator queen. Um, I'm not even gonna try. All right. Everybody saying hi, J-Bot, who is Ecology Today. You have to change your pants. Oh my gosh. And Amy says, truth, Misty. Uh, Probably depends on the protein and moisture content of your grass. That might. Or moisture content on the outside. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to play one more time because there's new people in here. The two videos I took today. Hold on. Go back. This is my beehive, and I was up next to it today. The girls are doing good, and it's just a short video that will be in the weekend review, so you guys see it early. Here we go. I was standing right in their flight path. They were like going over my shoulder. And yes, I do need to trim out there. It's trimmed right around it. Watching these guys is fascinating. All right, so that is one, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The other one, I'm just gonna play it right now. Let me open it up. The other one is I put some frames out, and these were from the crash, the bee crash, and so there's a bunch up on the roof in a organized fashion. These were just the ones that didn't fit in the boxes up there, and it's pretty cool. So share screen. Here we go. And that's the dead nettle right in front. All right, so that I played it towards the beginning. I figured I'd play it again, and it's pretty. It's pretty cool to see these ladies, and especially when you can get up that close and they just don't care. They're just like, oh, you're here? Okay, that's cool. I did put a wasp trap up. Well, it's on the ladder right now. It cost one wasp so far. I put these up on Sunday, I think. Saturday or Sunday. All right, let me scroll up, see what we have. Okay, Verna has her answer. Rolling on floor, laughing my off, peeing in my pants. How much did my new weed whacker cost? My new weed whacker that is a scythe, you mean? This guy? A lot. I got it from, it's the place in Maine. And I don't remember how much it was. A couple $100. 2 or 3. Maine Scythe Company. But it's made for me. It's made with my measurements. It's just called the Scythe Company. They're out of Maine. I will. Where'd you guys go? There you go. Scythe Company. That's where I got it from. And so you can get it made for you. And when I was researching scythes before I got one, there were the replies of people that I knew and didn't know, that I knew personally and didn't know personally, was kind of the same. Either they hated it or they loved it. And of the people that hated it, they did not have ones made for them. Of the people who loved it, they had it made for them. So you measure. There's certain things you measure, like from here to here, or I don't know if it was the wrist to the elbow, or I don't remember what the measurements were. There's like 3 of them. One of them is your height from your heel to your top of your hip. No, bottom of your hip, like where your leg inserts. But yeah, and they have those on there of like where to measure from and stuff. And I think the success of scything is in getting one that fits you, because if it doesn't fit you, I can imagine it being like, I got to reach this way and reach that way. Now, what I'm struggling with is I glued the handle on the back handle. I glued it on in the wrong position, and I use glue that doesn't come apart, Gorilla Wood Glue. And so I did call the Gorilla Glue company and like, so is there any way to undo this? And basically the answer is to manually remove it. Well, this is something where it's the snatch, which is the snatch, sneath, whatever it is, the long part has a thing on the end, and then the handle goes over it. So I can't just chip it away. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to destroy that handle and order a new handle. I'll order a new handle first, and then cut that other part off. But so yeah, don't use strong glue the first time around. Yeah. All right, let's go up here. Sorry, I have some. There we go. All right, let's see. Where are we? So yeah, I don't remember. It was. I'm gonna guess $200 or $300. I don't remember. I did get the book and the sharpener and the peen tool, and it comes with everything. I do have a video of me opening it, like a you get the box and you open it and you show what's in it. I do have that as a video, so you can see what all comes with it. And you get to choose the different blades. I chose just the grass blade. I was thinking about getting grass and a ditch blade, but I just ended up getting one to start with. Yeah. All right. Steve says, this is a bee video. And Amy says, ooh, the hive, the hive. Yes. Yep. She could have a GoPro inside the beehive to watch them work. It would not fit inside. Though there is not much room inside. The things are like that far apart. They're like 2 beads widths apart. And yeah. But I guess you could put one in, it'd be dark though. You could put one in the top. It still has the moisture thing on there, and the food. Like there's some sugar up there still from the winter, special sugar. But yeah, okay. Um, that would be very cool. Scythe would make neat work around the hive. Yes, yep. And I plan to do that. It's just I don't want to do it when they're awake, and I don't want to do it too close to the wire because I already had that experience and I cut through the hot wire when it was off, but I did cut through it and I had to repair it. And I was like, that's so stupid. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Robin, you had to look up the translation for Verna's bunch of letters. I'm telling you, she could sell a book. You could make a book and it would sell. Especially if you like added ones in there that aren't real and then like people started using them. I think that'd be cool. Yep. All right. Um, Steve said, I think it would be funny if a swarm decided the boxes on the roof would make a nice new house. So that's something I need to do is that I do need to make a swarm trap. I forgot to order it. Okay, I need to order lemongrass oil. Lemongrass oil is like the essential oil is what the queen smells like. And so putting that in a swarm trap is very helpful to catch a swarm. And so like right now, we're probably just getting into swarm season here. The area, like if Enix's still on, um, in your area, the swarms have been happening for like for 2 to 3 weeks now, and then where I am, everything's delayed. Flowering's delayed. Everything's delayed. So I think I've heard of a couple of them, but not too many yet. But yeah, this will definitely be something that is like, ooh, this is a nice place. But yeah, so I that was a suggestion of one of my mentors that told me to do this. And I just haven't gotten to it. I'll do it. I'll do it. All right. Um, so lemongrass smell is the smell the queen emits, her pheromone. And then the warning smell, the alert smell, the pheromone that the bees put off when they're like, we are in danger, we need to attack now. It smells like bananas, like the fake banana flavoring is what it smells like. Yeah, which I haven't heard. I haven't smelled that from my girls, but I have smelled it on somebody else's hive. Yeah, shortened it. That's good. All right, 2.23 cats. Yep, that could be it. Um. Ooh, your thunderstorm is going good now. Is Lucy still sleeping? Is she okay? I know she hides from thunderstorms. Yeah, so scythes you can get them from 50 to 500. If you want to get one fit to you, it's more, but just based off of people's reviews of both people I know that don't have ones fit to them and people that I don't personally know that do have them fit for them, I would get it fit for you. Yeah. Um Jbot says, I will be good to see the beehive. Yep. The bees are wonderful. And my one hive, I really hope my next hives also have very calm bees. But these, they are so calm, so very calm. I don't use smoke at all. Like when you open them up, I don't use smoke at all on them. Like they don't need it. They don't need to be calm because they're already calm. Yeah. Because they're very good girls. Um, Everybody's saying hi to Jbot, who is Ecology Today. Tommy's here, Aquatic News Network. Howdy, howdy, Tommy. How are you doing? Do you have storms? It seems like everybody except for me has storms right now. Hopefully, you're doing good. All right. Lightning and thunder at Amy's as well. My goodness. J-Bot says, bees. Excuse me, Katrina. I'm flying here. Yeah, I was right in their flight path. Like a little lady went right over my shoulder. I'm like, I think I'm in their path. They know me though, which is good. I mean, they do have that whole facial recognition thing. They need it for the flowers, right? Yeah. All right. Tommy says, I'm heading to Arkansas tomorrow morning. Quartz hunting, creek walking, metal detecting, museum hopping. You have a full schedule. That's all going to happen in one day, huh? Hopefully, you have more than one day out there. Good. Andy has a general comment which does not make sense without the earlier conversations. Marshmallows are good. While a true fact, a true statement, let me give it some context. Andy just took marshmallows out of her freeze dryer, and the freeze dried marshmallows are good. Good. I'm glad they're good. Oh boy, that's pretty funny. Freeze dried Skittles the only one. Oh, they're the only ones you'll eat, Verna. I liked the taffy that you did. The taffy was good. The saltwater taffy. I had saltwater taffy in a long time. We used to go to a place in Lincoln on the coast in Oregon. Um, we used to go there almost every year, I think. Did we go? I don't know. Maybe it was just several years in a row. And there's a saltwater taffy place there. There's tide pools there too, but saltwater taffy place there, and that was always good. Yeah. All right. Um, Marshmallow. Ooh, good question. Steve's asking Tommy, you gonna be pan for gold? Is Arkansas a gold place? Oh, Amy says night vision camera insert that they don't propolize over. B space is 3/16. I don't have a night vision camera that will fit in that space. I was going to say I don't have a night vision camera, but I guess officially it's not night vision, but it is with the UV flash, my trail cameras, but that's not going to fit inside. Lick with an L. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. I missed your comment. Tommy says, I'm stoked. That's vacation to my fam right there. Lick some rocks, get muddy, wet, and almost bit by at least a dozen things that you don't want to. I understand licking rocks. We licked rocks I took environmental geology, and we licked rocks in geology. It's how you tell what some rocks are. How silly is that to do in school? It's true. Amy says I have extra lure tubes if you need a few. What are you luring? I missed something. A lure tube? I don't know what that is, Amy. Please let me know. I did not need that clarification, Tommy, of lick with an L, not a kick. Because I know that licking rocks means you know what kind of rock it is. Did you think I know that? That I learned it in school? In college? Oh my gosh. Oh, Verna's gonna go look for Lucy. Lucy does not like thunderstorms. Lucy is a dog. Robin says, good night, chatty friends. Need to unpack. Just got back from Wisconsin. A 261-mile drive. Well, congratulations for getting back safely and your starts as well. And we'll see you next time. Steve says you'll be disappointed with what I'm sending your way, Verna. It's all over so much for the tornado watch. I think she'll be fine with that. Oh, good. And Lucy went back to her cave. She's fine. Good. Good. Too cold. Do not test Mother Nature, Verna. She's saying too cold here for a tornado watch. I think, yeah, yep. Steve says what I was kind of going to say. Too cold. We had them during the ice storm. I think Mother Nature is changing the rules. Yeah. And Tommy says, "Oh gosh, we had historical storms last night where I am in Texas. They missed us by less than a fourth mile, 2 roads down for me. One day. Yeah, and I was joking with the one day. Yeah, Tuesday through Friday. That sounds good. That sounds good. And as Brenna says, I agree. Glad you're safe. Yeah. Ooh, lots destroyed. Runway Bay got decimated, and areas in Springtown got flattened. Power out. Ooh, wow, wow. Yeah, you'll be panning for gold. Good. Propane place got hit by lightning and exploded. Oh my gosh, that's that is interesting. Uh, Interesting, bad, but still interesting. Verna says only Skittles I like is the freeze dried ones. Oh, okay, that's what you're saying. Not the only candy you eat, but only Skittles you eat. Got it. Yeah, love the saltwater taffy or Laffy Taffy. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Tommy says if you don't lick rock, we can't be friends. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had rocks to identify on a test, and one of the methods of knowing what they are is to lick it. I don't know how many students lick the same rock. That's pretty scary, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, bee lure is a lure tube. I don't know why I'm putting an e in it where it doesn't belong. If you don't have bees and you want to send it to me, go for it. I don't. I've never used. I think people around here use just use the like a cotton ball or something, or maybe even just the corner of the storm trap. Yeah, yeah. My post office box is in the description of all the videos. So if it's something living you're sending me, like a plant, please let me know though, because I don't check it every day. Um, Tommy says, I just think they taste good. Yeah, to ID them, and some are delicious. There we go. Um, ooh, so it's getting bad at Verna's. Okay, the bad one, but not long enough for Lucy to leave. Okay. Yeah, we had a few thunder. I don't even know that there are storms here, but there was a few times we had thunder, and only a couple times I saw the lightning this year so far. Excuse me. Growing up in the high desert, there was lightning quite a bit in the summertime. And there's yes, I'm caught up. um, and so there's there was lightning a lot in the summertime. You have lightning storms and all of that. And was interesting there is it's so dry that when there's a thunderstorm, you know there's going to be a thunderstorm that morning because of the humidity. You can feel the humidity. And if place is already humid like the Midwest, you don't really feel a difference. You might feel energy, but you won't feel, the humidity difference. Here you don't really feel the difference either. It's not even that humid here, but in the high desert, there's no humidity, Um, I don't know if my dad's on, but he can tell you what the humidity is outside in the high desert. But yeah, so the humidity, you would feel it in the morning, and so you have the anticipation all day, and then at 2 o'clock the show would start, and that's when they would start to 2 p.m. and usually go into the night. So yeah, while I do miss thunderstorms, I am in a more fire prone areas here, so it can stay somewhere else. Yeah. Tommy says, anyone else going houseplant crazy this year? I've already got some Thai constellation, a few different alcastas. I did not say that right. As well. You blame Rocco Elliott and his plant songs he has out. Oh my gosh. I know Enoch. I don't know if he's still on. He has a bunch of houseplants. I have spider plants that I got from a friend here. Actually, that's how I became friends with them. Is they posted stuff on Facebook for spider plants, and I'm like, I'll go over, and then I stayed there for like 2 hours. Um, yeah, I am not there yet. Yep. Mm. Yes. So Verna says what has always mystified me as a child was the heat lightning. Do you guys get that there? So where I grew up, we would get heat lightning sometimes, and it's lightning without rain. Like, well, we call it dry lightning. Is dry lightning the same as heat lightning? I think it is. I think it is. And it's just like it's not like a jagged, lightning strike. It's just a flash of in the sky, just like shoo, you know. Um yeah. And it's interesting cuz it's kind of eerie when it comes in. Yeah. Ball lightning is another interesting one. I met one person one time that was chased by ball lightning. They were in a fire watch tower, and fire watch towers they're supposed to have glass insulators on all the, tables and stools and bed and all of that. And this place didn't, and he actually just ran around the table and it burned out. Came in through the window, burned out. So that's an interesting phenomenon too. Yeah. Um, Tommy says, that's crazy. We see all kinds of lightning here. Alocasia. There we go. Yeah, J-Bot, I know Enoch finished his show an hour ago. He was on here earlier. I think he was just checking in. Yeah. But he does have, as you know, lots of houseplants. Yeah. Spider webbing lightning is Tommy's favorite. Yep. Yep. So J-Bot has definitions. Heat lightning is a term for distant lightning. You're moving. Distant lightning seen on a hot summer nights with no audible thunder, which is why it's creepy. Uh, Often just light reflecting off clouds from a storm over 10 miles away. Dry lightning is actual lightning from a thunderstorm whose rain evaporates before hitting the ground, often causing fires. Yeah, the heat light. I think we used the terms interchangeably growing up. Because I think we would call it dry lightning, and that was the faraway stuff that you don't hear but you see, and it's very creepy. Like especially on a very quiet night, you don't hear it, but it's like an alien thing. Like just the sky just kind of lights up, and there is no direct like strike that you see. It's just everything is just like light and then gone. Um, we called it dry lightning though, but yeah. Thank you for those definitions. Andy says, I got them all bagged up. I'm going to fall asleep now. Good night. Goodbye. Well, have a good night, Andy. I'm glad you got them bagged up. You got to pay attention to when you put them in next time. Yes, and as Steve is saying, drive safe tomorrow. Absolutely. Yeah. Um, Roberta says, what is crazy is watching at night when the sky is clear enough to see the stars in the sky as well. Yeah, and that's where the dry lightning or the heat lightning comes in. Like where you are, I guess it's called heat lightning. I'm going to use the definitions that J-Bot brought in. But where you are, it doesn't matter what's going on where you are. It's like it's always in the distance, and it's like, but it feels closer than it is. Yeah, it's very weird. Um, when when I worked, so one of my first job was with the Forest Service on a youth conservation corps, a YCC crew, and we did trail work and trail building and bridge building and all that stuff. And we had, the big old radio with the 9 AA batteries that we had to carry as a crew. And it's amazing all the news you hear that doesn't make the news, both injury related and allergy related and medically related and wildfire related. Um, and if you are close enough to hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. If you are close enough to see the thunderheads, you are close enough to get struck by lightning. So whenever there was lightning, it's like, okay, down the mountain, go on the low areas. Don't get struck in the high areas because that can happen. So yeah, lightning safety, huh? Yeah. Tommy says, same. I gotta get up at 4. Why is everybody getting up at 4? Do I need to get up at 4? Is there something important happening at 4? My goodness. To head out for fun in nature for the week. Hope you get to see some snakes. I hope you get to see some snakes too. Snakes are cool. Verna says, what is crazy is watching it at night when the sky is clear enough. Oh, I already read that. Good, yes. J-Bot says, research info feeds me. Hey, lightning is a very cool thing. Very cool. Yeah. Yes, and we are a very wet conduit to the ground. Exactly. Another job that I had that was like a summer job thing, I helped out with was it the same year? So I made the fire ecology program for a field trip program for the High Desert Museum in south of Bend, Oregon. And when I was there that year, I also helped, or that summer, I also helped in 2 day camps for kids. And there was one time there was a thunderstorm, big thunderstorm. We had to have the kids all inside, and we went out afterwards, and because it struck on the museum grounds, and we went out and we saw where it struck. It struck a tree and it peeled the bark off the tree. And then it jumped to the next tree, peeled the bark, and peeled the bark behind a birdhouse that was like had nails in it. So the tree was more conductive than the nails. And it's more grounded. And it went all the way down to the ground so that it stripped all the way the bark all the way down the ground. Yeah. Um, Pretty cool. 4 a.m. We're all having a meeting about me. I won't be there. That's funny because 4 a.m. where? 4 a.m. somewhere? I don't think they make clocks that say that. It's 4 a.m. somewhere. That would be a good prank clock, huh? Someone who does night shift work. So it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 4 a.m. somewhere. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Steve says you blew it. That was a secret meeting. Oh goodness. Um, Rita says there was a boy hit by lightning from a storm that was 10 to 20 miles away, and the sky around his area completely blue and clean. Exactly. Yep. If you know there's a thunderstorm, especially if you're on a hill, like on the top of a hill, especially get downhill. Yep. Yep. Tommy says fish story, fish YouTube channel. He has been struck twice. Has a total. He's a total nerd. Super sick. Not much longer because of health complications, but putting as much nerd fish and info out there as he can. Very cool, crazy guy. That's what makes us different. Our weirdnesses. Yeah, exactly. And I once met a guy who had been struck by lightning twice, and both times he was on a horse. It's weird. It's weird that there's not just like one person that this happened to. It's happened to more than one person. Yeah. No meaning, wrong, not happening. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. You guys are funny. Um, yeah. So, what do I have going on for videos this week? I think tomorrow's video is planting flowers for bees. And I think Thursday's video is talking about grasses in the pasture. So that's coming up now. Whistle walks away. The innocent look. Oh my gosh. So that's what's happening this week. The stuff about the bee equipment up on the roof right now that is being robbed by bees on purpose. That's going to be probably a couple weeks out just because I want to have a complete story. But yeah, there's good stuff happening. And yeah, there's some things I need to get done this week. But I'm glad that my garden is finally popping. It took long enough. 4 weeks for chard is unacceptable. And it's then not all of them have sprouted yet. And that was the new packet I used. Everything else was old, but that was the new packet I bought. The one thing that I wanted, for sure. Anyway, all right. Tommy says, moral of the story: if you've been struck once, stay inside for life. Oh my gosh! And Steve says we had an employee struck twice while at work. After that, we would not let him go outside to work. Enforce that rule. Once on a forklift, once inside a tractor trailer on a forklift. Or maybe just don't do forklifts. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah. I've had lightning really close to me. Like, I think the closest it was, where was that? I want to say it was in Gilroy, but I don't think it was. It was somewhere else. I was in a house and it hit the street outside the house. It was like in like a neighborhood type thing. And that was loud. I don't remember where that was. It must have been in the Midwest somewhere then. I don't know. But yeah, that was super loud and super bright. Yeah. So no thank you with that. Yeah. Well, guys, I guess I don't know if Jacob is still on. Did we ask him about the 17th? I don't remember. Our next Cook With Me Live, which is our membership, we cook live together, me and my kitchen, you and yours, every month. Our next Cook With Me Live is going to be, I think we had enough votes we gave a couple options, and Verna is the one that wanted to do the English muffins, and it's her birthday month, so we'll let her make decisions. It worked for the other people who were on Sunday. So the 17th is a Sunday. It's the Sunday after Mother's Day. And so we're going to do that at 12:30 Pacific time. We're going to be making English muffins, and we're going to be making, we're going to probably be making like egg sandwiches out of them. And we can think of other things that we can add to that if we want. Make a little breakfast for dinner. So it'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Thank you for the link, Steve. Thank you. Yeah, Verna says I've seen a few trees hit by lightning. Yep, absolutely. Other things coming up. Oh, I need to check the date. May 23rd is the next processing, or not just a processing workshop. The next processing date for rabbits, and also it'll be the workshop. Jibot says thanks for the hangout. Bye all. Good night. The next processing workshop, which is going to be also rabbit, just learning about how to raise rabbits, is going to be May 23rd. I think I'm going to have to check that date. It'll be a Saturday. And that's in person only. So I'm going to have to check. There's either 1 or 2 spots left. And a small group, but there's either 1 or 2 spots left. I have to check with one person. And people have really enjoyed it. People have really, really enjoyed it. And so I hope I'm going to continue to do it. It's good. It's educational. It's fun. And yeah. This next time we probably will be getting into more of the organ stuff, because I know one person requested that. At these workshops, I'm very free flow. Like, I know what I want to be teaching, and we will take all day to do it. And if we have more questions, we can answer more questions. It really is all about how much you want to know. Like, if you want to know more than what I'm sharing, we can talk about it. So the first class we did went from 9 to 5. The next class we did went from 9 to 6. There were two more people at that class. 2 more? I think 2 more. So, but it's good. It's fun. So yeah. Jimot's asking, how much do I have to donate to have a video where we dress rabbits in cute outfits? You may make that video. and post it on our Facebook group. I don't know if you're on our Facebook group. Facebook group is maybe Steve or Verna, maybe you can put the link for the Facebook group. Yeah, Friends of Sow and Tare, and answer the questions and agree to the rules. And I will watch that video. Those who don't know, Jiba is very much a costume person. She likes dressing up and helping out. And I would love to see you dress rabbits. I don't know that I want to dress rabbits. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I don't know that I want to do that. Verna says, when it goes up to 35 to 50 miles an hour will be possible over the next few hours. Ooh, stay inside. Yes, you are not taking her out for a while. These winds will occur separately from any thunderstorms. Oh, it's following up, huh? Random thing from Desiree. Chickens have started laying eggs. That is awesome. That is awesome, Desiree. You got good news. That's fine. Lots of people don't do Facebook. Thought I'd put it as an option. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Steve is offering you make it and tell Steve he'll post it. It's okay. No, she doesn't have the bunnies to do it. She could dress up like a bunny. I have faith that she could do that. Thanks all makes pest dressing notes. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Berna. Yeah, so anyway, that's what's coming up. So I'm still doing bee treatments. It's every 3 days for 21 days. I only show you guys once. I'm not going to show it every single time. And then bee stuff up there. Yeah, I think that's it for now. We do have the Mother's Day bake sale for in town stuff. So that's the day before Mother's Day. If you're in the area, stop by and get some baked goods. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Desiree has one new layer today. So now 2 of 3 layers. Good. All right, guys. Well, that is, I think that's everything. I hope you guys had an enjoyable experience tonight and that you join us at the Cook With Me Live on the, what did I say, 17th of May. And it'll be good. I don't need to fill, you don't fill English muffins. We've moved on from from donuts to English muffins. I don't know why we're baking so much because it was my birthday month and I wanted donuts, and next month is Verna's birthday month and she wants English muffins. So that's what we're doing. All right. Thank you guys. And we will see you in the comment section, or we will see you next Monday. Same time, same channel. Actually, not same time, not same channel, not same time. Let me look at the calendar real quick. Next Monday is the first Monday of the month, so we will be on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time next week. Oh, yeah, I'm not making that effort, Steve. All right, guys. Well, I will see you guys later, and next Thursday is when we'll be back live, and we'll see you then. All right, thanks for watching. Good night.